This show is brought to you by CANarchy.com, draft beverage supplies and solutions. CANarchy has the experience and the expertise to get you set up. Tap your favorite craft beer, homebrew, wine, cold brew, kombucha, sparkling water, and more at home with ease using a CANarchy.com dispensing kit. Go to CANarchy.com, use our promo code BNW, that's for Booze News Weekly, and save 10% off your first order. Some restrictions may apply. Visit CANarchy.com for more details. Coming up on this episode of Booze News Weekly, 2021 was a great year for alcohol e-commerce sales. USBeverage acquires Uinta Brewing, Monster Beverage is interested in buying CANarchy, and Sierra Nevada is making a non-alcoholic hop water. Welcome to this episode of Booze News Weekly, your source for weekly beverage industry news and commentary delivered quickly and conveniently. My name is Joshua Stubing. Make sure you subscribe to the show. For our YouTube audience, you can click that like button below, hit that bell notification icon, and make sure you never miss an episode. Now let's take a look at the headlines of the week. From an industry report released by Rabobank, alcohol e-commerce sales surpassed $6 billion in 2021 and will continue to grow. This is a story that came from WineIndustryAdvisor.com. U.S. online alcohol sales reached $6.1 billion in 2021, with more growth expected in 2022. According to a report based on exclusive industry data recently released by Rabobank, who is a leading global food and agribusiness bank. Online sales now represent about 4% of all off-premise alcohol sales in the U.S., increasing from nearly 1.9% in 2019. In the report, the two channels that were most important for large brands and retailers is online grocery stores and marketplaces, which grew 271% in just 2 years and are now nearly 4 times larger than they were in 2019. Rabobank projects online alcohol sales will grow an additional 3.4% in 2022, a testament to the stickiness of the channel and the continued investment from tech firms, brands, and retailers. This doesn't really come as a surprise to me, with especially when you take into account curbside sales. You know, I know with the pandemic and all that stuff, my family has moved a lot to online grocery shopping and specifically curbside. I'd like to say it's for a safety thing. For me, I'm a man of efficiency is the way I should say it. And I like curbside because I don't have to get out of my car. I don't necessarily have to get out of my PJs. I have to pull into the spot. I can open up the trunk. I often help them load them up. But the point I'm getting at is it's not a surprise to me that online e-commerce sales are booming right now, specifically for alcohol. Also, when you take into account services like Drizzly and other, I don't know if DoorDash and those guys are allowed to deliver alcohol. Let me know in the comments below in your area if you're able to get it outside of specific alcohol retailers like Drizzly or your local liquor store. But it's not a surprise to me, you know, between COVID and convenience, that online alcohol sales are booming. Moving on, USBeverage acquires Uinta Brewing. From the Salt Lake Tribune, one of the country's biggest independent beer importers has acquired Utah's largest independent craft brewer, Uinta Brewing. Uinta has been locally owned and operated since its start in 1993. It's known statewide for such award-winning beers as Cutthroat Pale Ale, Detour Double IPA, and Lime Pilsner. USBeverage owns a variety of brands, including Malibu Splash, the Spanish beer Estrella Damm, and Dragon Stout Fire from Jamaica. I'll be honest, I've never had any of Uinta, but I know people personally who swear by it, and they have a bittersweet reaction to this. You know, it's always that way, I think, when your favorite independent goes big. You kind of always worry. You always wonder when they're going to sell. It's kind of an inevitable nowadays. There's still a few holdouts. I can think of Real Ale in Blanco. They're close to me. Shiner out there. They're the Spetzel Brewery in Shiner, Texas. You know, I'm only naming Texas ones because that's what's close to me. But if they were to ever sell, I don't know how I'd feel about it. If you're local in Utah, let me know in the comments below. How does this news affect you? Because USBeverage on paper means they're going to have a wider distribution. I bet you the owners probably got a nice paycheck. Hopefully that trickled down to the brewers and the staff and whatnot. They'll probably keep a lot of that the same. USBeverage, I imagine, operations aren't going to change a whole lot besides distribution capacity. I'm not 100% sure, but these kinds of stories and more that I'll get to with other acquisitions and stuff later on the show, they're always with mixed reviews. My first response is to say, congratulations, Uinta. That's fantastic. I hope you made a ton of money, and whoever started it, since 1993, that's fantastic. Y'all have done well. But again, let me know in the comments below what y'all think about an acquisition like this, US Beverage buying Uinta Brewing. Our next headline comes to us from yahoo.com. It's Monster Beverage Corporation to acquire CANarchy Craft Brewery Collective. Monster Beverage Corporation recently announced that it has entered into a definitive agreement to acquire CANarchy Craft Brewery Collective LLC, a craft beer and hard seltzer company, for $330 million in cash. The transaction will bring the Cigar City, Oster Blues, Deep Ellum, Perrin Brewing, Squatters, and Wasatch brands to the Monster Beverage portfolio. The transaction does not include CANarchy's standalone restaurants. The team at CANarchy is thrilled to be joining Monster, said CANarchy's CEO Tony Short. We look forward to capitalizing on the combined expertise of Monster and CANarchy to further strengthen our current alcoholic product offerings, expand our product portfolio, and meet the ever-changing needs of our customers to grow our business. I don't know if it already exists. I should probably have done my homework before the show. Is there a hard Monster? Is that the future that we're going to see? Overloaded, caffeinated, alcoholic beverage. Isn't that what Four Locos was? I'm digressing a little, but news like this, again, like with the last headline, good for CANarchy? Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you're an audio-only listener, you can email joshua@homebrewhappyhour.com and let me know your thoughts if you're going to be buying some hard Monster in the future, or how you think this might affect some of your favorite brands. I'm in Austin. I'm in the Austin area. We have Oster Blues here. It's not headquartered here, but they put a brewery and a fantastic tap room there. I can't imagine, again, an acquisition like this will change much. A lot of this news, to me, the way I perceive it is it's more for distribution power. It's more for capital power, investment opportunity, shareholder, blah, blah, blah. But, to me, I can't imagine it's going to affect my favorite beers from these. Cigar City, their High Lie IPA is phenomenal. Every time I go to Florida, if I can find it on tap, I try to get High Lie. I can't imagine that's going to change. But what do you think? Again, let me know in the comments below. And our last headline comes from brewpublic.com. Sierra Nevada Brewing launches Hop Splash sparkling hop-infused water. Sierra Nevada Brewing enters the market with a new alcohol-free, zero-calorie, zero-carb, and zero-sugar beverage called Hop Splash sparkling hop-infused water, and it's their take on the growing hop water trend. According to brewpublic.com, Hop Splash is available to pre-order through Sierra Nevada's online shop. Sierra Nevada innovation brewers Isaiah Mangold said, if you're a beer drinker and you don't want to drink a beer for whatever reason, and you want something that scratches the itch a little bit, this does for sure. This is Sierra Nevada's first entry into alcohol-free beverages, but if you've been a fan of their brand for a while, you know that they're no strangers to experimenting. At one point, I remember they did have a gluten-free beer in their lineup. I don't think that they offer it anymore, but they're no strangers to trying out different markets, and we're seeing big beer brands and other beverage corporations getting these feelers out as well. Alcohol-free is a very popular trend in my area of Central Texas. Austin, very fit, conscious people. Obviously, if you're watching the YouTube video, you can tell I'm a very fit, conscious person. No, I live in San Marcos, but there is a market for this. And so, while it may not appeal to me, who enjoys the whole beer drinking and alcohol drinking process and experience, I enjoy the slight buzz that I get after drinking one of my favorite malted beverages. But there are people out there, maybe not just the people with drinking problems, but the health conscious and those who are looking to enjoy a beverage with those hop forward flavors and aromas, but not have to worry about the health burden that comes along with those. But what do y'all think? Are any of your local breweries getting into this? Not hard seltzer, but sparkling hop water. I've had hop tea, never had sparkling hop water. I'd be interested to try it if Sierra Nevada does distribute in my area. And that's it for this week, guys. I appreciate you joining us for the inaugural episode of Booze News Weekly. Hopefully in the future, I'll have guests on from the industry to talk about some of this news. I'll have other people to help read the headlines and give their commentary, but we're very excited for this new show. If you have any news or tips, you can email them to me, joshua@homebrewhappyhour.com, or use the hashtag BNW on social media. Also, you can find this episode and so much more content and articles available at homebrewhappyhour.com. Make sure you visit our sponsor, techconnection.com, and use our promo code BNW for 10% off your first order. Have a great week, and we'll see y'all soon.